Hi everyone, Siavash here from ClinicSync Pro, and in this video, I'll try to go through the voice AI agent setup that we've done inside GHL, and it should be available inside that snapshot that we provided. Just a little bit of info here before diving in. This is just it's an example to kind of like help you out to get you started on how to build your own. Jane AI Receptionist if you're using our platform and GHL. So by no means that you have to exactly build a similar thing. You can definitely go ahead and play with it. There are obviously some things that needs to be provided to the API endpoints that we have in order for it to work. But other than that, the rest is up to you. So when you get the snapshot, you will hopefully have this agent built in because I've heard GHL snapshots might have some problems with having the agent coming in. If that's the case, we've already applied to put this as a free app as well on the marketplace, so you should be able to get it, but hopefully should be fine inside the snapshot. But anyway, so first of all, when you set up your agent, you probably know how to set up your agent. You set up your agent how you want. You set up it the way that you want with the initial message. We have some custom values built in inside the snapshot that we're using in here. You can obviously go and change those. And when we go to the agent goal, obviously we want to use the advanced mode. So inside the advanced mode, there are a couple of things that are happening in here. So we set up the AI receptionist first, tell it what to do, what not to do, the personality tone, and those kind of things, and the call opening. But the most important stuff goes into like the flow, how it needs to be. So for example, we're making sure that we collecting the information that we need. So in order to do any type of booking, you want to make sure that depending on if the clinics that you're setting up, they have multiple locations, multiple staff, multiple treatments, you want to make sure that you grab all of those from the caller or the patient. So as you can see, this is how we kind of like go through that. In here, we call them to tell us the staff, the service or treatment that they're looking for, if they have any preferred practitioner, and then we tell it that if there is multiple location, ask them the preferred location. Otherwise, we will do it inside the backend API. And then we ask about the date and time that works for them. And lastly, we get some uh, information from their first and last name, phone number, contact details. Okay. And once that's done, then we tell the platform to grab all of those and fire the check availability action. I'll talk about the actions in a sec as well. Now, the important part is what in here we're telling it to pass to those actions. So these are very specific, and you want to make sure that you actually pass these as they are, specifically like the requested time that needs to be in this specific format. The time zone needs to be the clinic time zone. So I would suggest to create what you call it, like a custom value for your location time zone as well, because otherwise the times are going to not match. So you definitely want to pass the time zone as well, and the bunch of the other stuff like clinic location name, which says if they have multiple location and those kind of things. And this part is also important when the action goes ahead and check for availability. We sending back a response that the AI needs to read naturally to the caller. So we tell it that the response have these things, and the AI needs to store all of these for the next step, which is the booking step. So make sure that you don't change this, otherwise it's not going to work. And then obviously we're doing the room ID as well. And then further down the track, if they decide to change or something, then it's going to go do that. But once that's done, uh, and they say they confirm the slot, we make sure that we read that back to them. And once they say, yep, they're good, then the book appointment action is going to happen. And inside the book appointment action, we're telling it what to pass. So this part is important as well, the way that you pass it. Uh, and then basically telling them the success or failure. Cancellation flow, I'm going to do that in another video, and also rescheduling in another video as well, but it's very similar. Now let's go down to obviously these are other rules that you can come up as well. But the other thing that we want to make sure that these are the way that we want to pass those are these going to make sense once we start talking about the actions down at the bottom. All right, so when we scroll a little bit further down, these are where all the magic is happening. So basically, when I say that you don't need to have any calendar set up in GHL and those kind of things, because we don't touch GHL calendars, we don't look at the availability in GHL calendars. Everything happens via checking the Jane calendar, staff availability, shifts, rooms, clinic location, room services, and everything with these API. So the first thing that happens is we have this first API that gets the clinic information. And by the clinic information, it grabs everything such as services, treatments, practitioners, and number of locations. So it grabs all of them. So the AI knows what's happening. Two things that you need to make sure that you update before using these. Actually, one thing is the API key. So you will get your API key once you subscribe, once you get the AI receptionist from ClinicSync Pro, and you can find it on the dashboard. So here. So when you're on your dashboard and you have your ClinicSync Pro AI receptionist activated, if you click on and you go to the cockpit, the first thing that you will see at the top is the API key. So that's the one that you can click on copy and use that. The one that we provided right now, it's a test one, so it only have access to the test data coming from Jane. So you want to make sure that you delete that and update it. The second one, you don't need to touch that. Hopefully these are coming with the uh, what you call it, with the snapshot as well. So this is an easy one. You don't need to add any parameters or anything. It's a get endpoint, and the endpoint obviously only works for if you have set up the API key and have access to CSP AI reception. So that's getting the information. The next one is basically checking the availability. So this one is a little bit more complicated. So obviously it's again a get. You update your API key, and in here you don't necessarily need any update anything. These are basically to make sure that the GHL Voice AI knows the details that it needs to pass and how they should look like, and also do a test to make sure that it can access the endpoint. So if you look at this, these are basically the same parameters that we provide inside the voice agent prompt. So again, we're getting the staff member name, and we give it an example in here. We're getting the location name, giving an example in here. Start time of the and end time of the appointment, the treatment name, again an example. Then we do the treatment ID, location ID, and the staff member ID, and again the requested time in UTC, and then the time zone. All right, so these are getting passed, so you don't need to do anything about this as well. And then the next function is the book appointment. Similar thing, update the X API key. Got a bunch of details in here to make sure what we're getting and also what we are saying before doing that. And obviously the details that we are passing, the first name, last name, phone number, email, if it's available, the staff that we're booking for, the treatment that we're booking for, the location that we're booking for, start time, end time, staff member ID and clinic location ID, treatment ID, and room ID if it's available. So all of those are going to go in. And we have a bunch of more that I'm not going to go through in this video, but cancellation, reschedule, and also getting patient appointments. Uh, the last one is used for cancellation and rescheduling because we first need to find out which appointments they're looking for to cancel or reschedule. That's why we have the get patient appointments API call in here to feed it to the to the voice AI agent. Now, all of these that you see in here, if you go back again to the oops, not this one, to your AI receptionist cockpit. And the first time that you land in here, you need to click on Train AI to basically grab all of these data. Now, the Train AI will only works if you've made sure that you went through connecting the gen properly to our platform. So there's a video for that as well, how to properly connect that. Once that works, it shows that it's live and it shows you all the detail in here. Uh, and because you're using the APIs, you don't need to worry about the AI capacity and all of those kind of stuff. So there's no need to worry about those. Now, if we scroll a little bit down, this is where all the API happens. So the ones that we are using in the voice AI flow, it's a simple version of the ones that are up there. So in the AI flow, this is pretty much what I've showed you on the GHL page. But even if you're not using GHL and you want to use your own platform, VAPI, retail, or whatever, you can still use these endpoints. And we also have, for those of you that are a little bit more savvy on how to dev these, we also have an example curl version of them in here as well. So this one is the first tutorial video of this series. I'll try to uh, kind of like shoot a couple of more of these for other scenarios as well. But the snapshot that should have the voice AI is it should be in here. So when you click on this, it should allow you to download that as well. But yeah, if you have any question, just let us know. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.